Hello there, and welcome back to Pallegney. It's a sunny December morning at the moment, but we are expecting snow today. So just to warm myself up in preparation for the snow, I've had 3 cups of tea, all in separate cups, and I did cook myself up some pastries and looks like chocolate brownies. I don't remember what they were. I was still half asleep, but they weren't very good, so I left them there. I'll be okay. I'll be tea-powered for today. Anyway, let's get up off of our seat and we will head outside. Nice glowing lamp there. And we'll see what we have to get done today. The first thing on my list is I'm going to jump over the fence because I'm hopped up on tea. I'm going to run over to my chicken coop here and take a look at my chickens. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sell that rooster because I don't want more chicks being born next month, simply because I don't have enough grain to feed the chickens until next year. So I'm either going to have to buy some more grain or I'm going to have to sell the chickens or something like that. But I definitely don't want more chicks being born. So first off, let's get that taken care of. Go into the animal dealer here, and we will get rid of our rooster. Next up, let's check the bread production. So we'll go down to our productions here. Our bread's being produced very nicely. We have 2 pallets waiting outside. We have 2 more pallets to be sold. So let's check the price of bread. Let's see when we're going to be able to sell it. I think it was January was the best price, but sometimes the best price comes around in December, the month before. We do have a full pallet of eggs, so let's check those as well. So 2392. Those have gone down a little bit, although we could sell that other pallet of eggs that have been produced overnight. We'll take a look at the straw because we do need to sell straw. Okay, so straw at the animal dealer is 88 euros per 1,000 litres. We've got about 15 bales, so that's a nice 12,000 euros for us. And if we go down to bread, that's a 3202, so that's almost at its best price. So we might save that for next month. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is buy a bale trailer, or buy just a regular trailer that can take bales, pallets, etc. And I'm going to offload the straw bales up to the animal dealer. I think I know where the animal dealer is. It is up here, if I remember right. Yeah, so it's just up at the top of the map there. So let's take a look at our trailers and see. Now, I believe I've got some mod trailers downloaded in our trailers here. I think some of these have bale versions. So we're going with green and red for now. We're going to buy this. And let's head over to the vehicle store and pick it up. Okay, here we are at the vehicle store. Here's our shiny new trailer. Alright, so we've picked it up. Let's head back over to the farm and we'll get our bales loaded. What I think I might end up doing once I have sold the bales is skipping the rest of December, because I don't think we're going to be able to do any contracts depending on what's available. The only contracts we can really do with our current equipment is harvesting, because of that rule we have, or the mod we have, that prevents us from borrowing tools until we've completed 5 jobs. Alright, going to park our tractor here, switch off the engine, and there's our little trailer. Kind of cute, isn't it? Okay, let's go in here and start loading up our bales. Round bale, or get them all out. There we go, all outside now. Waiting here, ready to be stacked. So let's jump in our forklift and get them loaded up. We are approaching the animal dealer. Let's see how this is going to work. Really hoping that it's going to auto drop off. Let's take a look. Unhook the bales. Oh, thankfully it's unloading automatically and I don't need to do it manually. Quickly do this one. There we go. Alright, so around 6,000 there from 6 bales, and we have another 7 to get rid of. So let's get back over to the farm and bring our second load over here. Here we are at the animal store for the second time. Expecting another 5,000 or 6,000 here. Let's get them unsecured. How much do we get? There we go. It's a nice little earner. Those bales are from our initial wheat harvest in the first field that we bought, so it didn't cost us anything to produce and we just made some money off them. Alright, back over to the farm. I'm going to do the best I can to park this trailer, but be prepared for somewhat of a clown show right now, right in front of your eyes. There we go, that's the best I can do. I do find these incredibly difficult to maneuver. Let me know if you found a better way of maneuvering them, because I'm just about ready to give up on that. I can stay there. There we go. Okay. So let's take a look at contracts. Like I said, I don't think there's going to be much we can do here. To cultivating and some supply and transport, which we can't do because we don't have the produce to do it, which is really unfortunate because there's some really good earners in there. Okay, so I think we're going to skip through to January, so I will see you next month. Okay, so we are in January. Looks like it's been snowing a considerable amount, but the snow hasn't settled yet. And got some great demand at the city of Epinal. Not sure what that's for. If we look in the price screen, we should see. I think it highlights it in a certain colour, the one that's in great demand. It doesn't really matter what it is because the only thing we have to sell is eggs, where the price has gone down considerably. And looks like we made a good decision on our straw. Prices started to go down on that. And then if we look at our bread, that is the only other thing we have to sell. 3325, it has started to decrease. So I think we'll get our bread over to Kochi Express. And I think that might also be all we can really do this month. So let's get that taken care of. And then we will take a quick peek at the contracts. But as with last month, I suspect there's not going to be much we can do, given our current reputation with the other farmers. We might end up skipping through to harvest season, and we can harvest our mustards and wheat. Okay. Let's go grab our forklift. What else we have in here? There's nothing in there that we can sell. Get these pallets of bread loaded up. Hopefully we'll have 5, so that'll be another 15,000 or so. Wait for it to spawn another one underneath. We'll lift them up 2 at a time. 4 pallets of bread at a time. Okay, it's the bread loaded. Sure, it's still delightfully fresh after being out in the snow for a few months. Although you can put bread in the freezer pretty much indefinitely, so maybe it has been preserved. Who knows? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Is bread still edible and delightfully fresh for Kochi Express, or should it be thrown in the bin? Okay. Tuck our forklift back in its little parking spot, and we'll get over to Kochi Express. And there we go. 16,586 plus 1208 environmental score, so almost 18,000 for our 5 pallets of bread. That's not too bad. Let's get back to our farm. Oh, come on, people. Okay, you can wait, Mr. Car. I need to get back to my farm. So 33,000 euros should last us a couple of months in terms of maintenance. And I think we're probably going to end up skipping the rest of this month and skipping right the way through until we can actually harvest something, whether it be for ourselves or for one of our neighbours. The trailer can stay there. Switch off the engine. Let's take a look. So contracts, we've got some cultivating contracts. Wow, there's a huge contract there for wooden frames. Parsnips, sugar canes. Yeah, we've got some cultivating contracts, but that's about it, given that it's the winter season. Let's take a look at our chickens. It looks like our chickens have had more chicks, which isn't ideal. I'm going to have to sell them because I don't want them using my grain. So let's do that very quickly. Actually, there you go. I'm going to restrict automatic production. I forgot I had that option there. So let's sell those chickens, those chicks. Pains me to sell them for nothing, but as I mentioned previously, I don't want them using the wheat. Okay, so back to 120, and now they're not going to reproduce any. What I will do is just quickly top up the wheat. I don't want the chickens to starve. And we'll have to see about buying them some more wheat when they run out of this current supply. Not too much left, 6,800 litres. Okay, so the chicken's taken care of for another couple of months. Let's park our trailer away. And one thing I will do is just check our two fields quickly. I'm not sure with precision farming whether any more fertilizing might be needed. And I think I'm going to park the tractor in here as well, because I don't think we're going to be using it for the rest of the year. Let's take a look at our fields under precision farming. So we have a 5.75 there. That looks okay. So if I run over to this field, let's take a look and see what we have. So the pH value is bad, but the pH is to do with liming. So that makes sense because we didn't lime this field. We rushed to get it planted so we could get our wheat a month earlier, so we didn't lime it. Our expected yield is 110%, and the yield potential is 125, so that's not too bad. Yeah, it looks like we are all good in both of our fields. We did lime the other fields. Let's go quickly take a look at our mustard field and see what our yield potential is for over here. So this is pretty decent. Expected a yield of 123%, and the potential is 125%. So definitely happy with that. Okay, so let's take a look at our crop calendar now. The earliest we can harvest anything is going to be April, and that's the alfalfa, which is down here. So I think what I might do is skip through to April and see if we can do some contracts for our neighbours. So we'll skip February, March, and then we'll go through to April. And yeah, we'll try and harvest some alfalfa for our neighbours. Let's see, do we have any fields? Any of our neighbours' fields with alfalfa in? Which colour is alfalfa? It's like a darkish green. This field 35 looks like it's going to be ready in April. So that might be a nice little earner for us in April. I think that's what we'll do. So I'm going to, just as the snow started to settle on the ground, I'm going to go and find a cardboard box somewhere, and I will see you in April. It's now April. I have awoken from my winter slumber, climbed out of my cardboard box, and I'm officially out of hibernation. I've woken up nice and early this morning because I want to take a look first of all at our contracts and see if we have any nice juicy harvesting contracts to get us started for the season. So let's take a look. What do we have? No harvesting contracts. We have a sowing contract in field 7. So I was hoping that alfalfa field would be up for harvesting, but it looks like the farmers decided to do it. Yeah, unfortunately. We do have a sowing contract in field 7 though, so I think I'm going to take that. We can do the sowing with our seeder. So we'll probably use a considerable amount of seed, but that'll make us a nice little 5,000 euros first thing. So let's accept that contract. Before we go and take care of that, I'm going to take a quick look at our animals. How are our chickens doing? Looks like they've had more chicks, which is strange because I thought I disabled automatic reproduction. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but I was hoping that that would stop them having chicks. Let's sell these chicks, even though we won't get much for them, but we'll stop them consuming the wheat. So I'll go into here, sell these. And we'll sell the females too. Okay. Let's go back into the management. So we are going to need to get some food for them. So I think we'll take care of that first. We'll go over to the store and then we'll take care of sowing the oat field for our neighbour. Let's grab our tractor and our trailer and head over to the store. Round about here. Is it automatically unloading, or do I need to? There we go. Let's take a quick look. Doesn't seem to want to unload anymore, so maybe if we maneuver around a little bit. There we go. Just heard some more unloading there. There we go. And we'll put these in our storage shed for now. Unhook them. And so begins the dance of trying to get them on the forklift again. Ah, that was surprisingly easy. Oh, looks like they're still secured down at the back here. Okay, there we go. And into storage they go. Okay, next up, let's jump in our tractor and we'll switch out our trailer for the drill, and we'll go and get our neighbour's oat field drilled for him. You can stay there. Our drill's just over here in the corner. Wonder if we can get this out without not sure we can get this without getting the harvester header out of the way. Let's see. I think we can squeeze in there. Might scrape it past the header on the way out, but that's okay. That header's pretty hardy, I'm sure it can handle it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Oh, maybe not so perfect. There we go. Alright, let's head over to the oat field. And we can sow the seeds for our neighbour. Shouldn't take too long. And it'll earn us a nice 5,000 euros. So just watching the seed application rate in the top left, looks like it is paying attention to precision farming, because it was much higher than that at the other end of the field. So as I mentioned, I'm still learning how precision farming works. I kind of get how it works on fields that we own, but when it comes to non-player owned fields, I'm still not sure how it works, although it does look to vary the seed rate. So it looks like the rate changes based on the soil information, even if we can't see it. Anyway, I'm going to get this field done and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, so we are 90% complete on this field. We've used up probably around 1,000 litres of seed, so a cost of about €800, and we're about to earn about €5,000, so not a bad turnaround for our time here. And we got it all completed before the rain started. I was definitely expecting the rain to start before we finished, because that's just what rain usually does. But it looks like we are fortunate this showery spring morning. Just finished off the last couple of passes here, and I think that might see us good for April and for this episode, but we will see. See what other contracts we can do until our own crops are ready to harvest. There we go, contract is finished. No need to do the rest, we just need them to tell us that it's finished, and we are good to go. So let's head back over to our own farm and we will collect our winnings, and I think we will probably call it there for this episode. So as always, thank you for watching, and if you are enjoying following along here, please do consider liking and subscribing to stay up to date as we continue to build our farm out, and I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Bye for now.